Hello, Glow Getters. This is Joanne Brown with the Connected CEO, and I wanted to hop on here and just talk to you a little bit more about perfection. And yesterday we talked about the fact that the perfection is holding you back, and it's an abstract concept. And it also comes from a place of fear. And probably the reason that this keeps coming up is, like I said yesterday, is that around the holidays we all push ourselves to the point where we are striving for perfection, and really perfection is not a standard. It's an abstract concept, and it's interesting because I've studied a lot of what Tony Robbins has said about perfection, and in his thing is you want to be outstanding and not perfect, and that we should really strive for balance in life. Strive for balance, and life is a balance between giving and receiving, and then also taking care of yourself and then taking care of others. And so oftentimes when we're striving for perfection, it's an external validation that we're seeking, and it's very limiting in our belief, and it's also based on fear, because if there's not a standard for perfection, then you know that it's not something that you can achieve. So I had introduced myself in the beginning, but I am Joanne Brown, and I'm the host of the Connected CEO, and I am a business coach, and I work with women who are in their second act, and I help them turn their passion into profits, live with purpose, create an impact in their community, and enjoy their freedom. So this came about because I was finding myself falling into this perfection trap last week and over the weekend. And what I did find is that as you're seeking this perfection, it also brings up more insecurities, self-doubt, and creates a lack of confidence for you as an individual. So I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about some things that I did over the weekend that changed that for me and put me on the other side. Just realize that the perfection is not a standard. I love the concept. I love the word outstanding. I always want to be viewed as outstanding in something that I do instead of being looked at as being perfect. I don't think that perfect, again, intellectually I understand that perfection doesn't exist, and that's where we fall into problems, is that perfection is something based on ego, and when we're up here in our head instead of remaining in our heart, that's where the perfection comes from. So especially now that we are in the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating, you're going to get caught up in this. And then when we're in our head, then we seek more external validation than we do internal. And what I mean by that is that we look for validation from our peers, our significant others, or we then consume. We shop, we eat, because when we're bringing up these insecurities, we have to mask the insecurities externally. And so it's time for us to realize that perfection is not a word. Perfection, it's not a word. It should be removed from our vocabulary. And that's what I'm focusing on, is removing it from my vocabulary. We want to be outstanding. We want to be extraordinary. We want to be balancing between taking care of ourselves and taking care of others. So, and when we are stuck in this perfection mode, it limits our ability to make decisions and to move forward. So really, when it comes down to this, think of yourself as being outstanding. Take the word perfect out, and I'm telling you, the stress will leave you. I want this Christmas or this holiday season to be outstanding. I want it to be meaningful. I want it, and then you will be present. So when you find yourself seeking external, then you know you're in your head. And when you're in your head, find yourself, take a moment, center yourself, and go back into your heart and listen to what your heart and your intuition are telling you. Just a little bit of wisdom to keep you grounded and keep you so that when the holidays are over, you're looking back and you're enjoying the time that you've spent with your family and your friends, as opposed to worrying about the 5 pounds that you didn't lose, or the wrinkles that are coming up, or the fact that the table didn't look as well as you wanted it to, or the tree's kind of askew, or the latkes burned. Who cares? They're all external things. Be present, be you, and be with your friends and family for the next few weeks. So I hope that you will make your holidays and your week, the next few weeks, outstanding and meaningful. Until later, make it a great day.